And on set, like I would see Kurt and Kiersey playing the ukulele and singing. It was just very like fun and cute.
I love that. I love how, you guys got the fun, cute experience while Mari and Anders and White are fighting off bears.
Yeah. I know. Completely different. But I feel like it reflects on the characters as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely does.
Yeah, I see the trauma now in all their episodes. How they get back to it.
I know.
Hey, Anna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are doing so well. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us on the Movie Podcast today. We are so excited to be talking with you. We were supposed to talk to you a couple weeks ago, but we had a tech issue on the audio side. So we're glad that we actually get to see you and talk to you this way. So it's great.
I know. I was looking forward and I was wondering what was happening, but finally.
Yeah, we were there. We're here. We're here. Yeah, it's worth the wait. We're worth the wait for sure.
I love your sweaters, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
There are our own kaijus on here, you know?
Wait, are there kaijus?
A little sloth.
No, it's a sloth and a snowman. So I mean, like,
cute.
depends the scale.
Yeah.
Right? Scale them down.
Smaller. A little smaller.
Yeah, but Anna, we just have to tell you first and foremost how much we love the show. You are so damn good in it.
Thank you.
And must feel amazing to now be able to talk about it because you've been you shot this and so much of it was in secret. How does it feel now to be able to share it with everybody?
I mean, we've all been waiting, and I think it's kind of great that we get to talk about it now because if we do press before it's aired, then there's only so much that we can share. But right now, since 4 episodes are out and almost 5, we get to share a little bit more. And so we actually get to have a conversation about what's already been happening. And that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's what's so great about this show too, because, your character Kate is just thrown into this larger world and she, makes this discovery about, who her father is and this whole other life that's happening on the other side of the world. So I guess our first question for you is like, what made you fall in love with who your character was? Like, how did you find Kate?
I guess when I first read her, she felt like the victim of G-Day and her father abandoning her and then finding out that he had a whole different family. And so I was kind of worried that she would fall a little bit flat. But then as the episodes go, we see that she's dealing with her own monster inside of herself. She can't forgive herself for not being able to help her students and making choices on G-Day before the attack that she wishes that she had done something else. And so it gave so much more depth to the character. And I felt like this was a story that I did want to partake in.
There's such a complexity to her character. And I feel like, every time we're seeing more and more episodes, we're finding a little bit more about what that day was like for her and kind of everything that's transpired from there. So we're really curious, what is something that you really wanted to bring to this character?
I guess to show her complexities, to show that she has her own shortcomings. I feel like we can all relate to that because we have our own issues and I feel oftentimes aren't enough. And in order to forgive other people or the surroundings and what has happened to you, you have to be gentle with yourself. And I wanted to bring that to the character. And I think we do get to see that mid-season.
I think what's so special about it too is that it all feels very authentic, even though there's, giant monsters and titans in this world. It is still a human story at the end of the day. And, there's a moment where like I think it's in episode 2 or maybe 3 where you have like a bit of a crash landing with your plane and, Kate just kind of bursts out laughing. And it just felt like such a natural moment because like a lot of people do like react like that in those tough times. I'm curious, is that something that's more you? Is that how Anna would react to a tough situation or maybe turbulence on a plane like that? Or is that more Kate?
I think that's more Kate. I would definitely be like, oh my God, what the fuck what the hell? Sorry, you can cut that bit. That was definitely more Kate. But I do love it because in that scene, like you mentioned, I think that's the first time that we see her kind of like release. And up until then, she's kind of all alone. She feels isolated. And then she finds this friendship, this connection with Duho. And you see that, without Kintaro and Mei and all these other characters there to support her, she would not be able to go on this journey and to find these answers and to learn about her history. And so that scene is one of my favorite moments because we do see her laugh for the first time.
It's a great moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that we love so much about this show as well is, we're getting these two different timelines, two different stories kind of happening here. And we had a chance to speak with Mari about kind of like what her experience was like getting to know her team and bond with them. I'm curious for yourself, you're with this massive cast, you're all getting so close while shooting. Any core memories kind of being together?
Ooh, core memories. I mean, we hung out offset a lot. Um, Kiersey and Ren, we carved pumpkins, we went to pottery class, we went on a drive to Scandinavian spa. We did all these things. And with Kurt, I think we picnicked with Kurt when we were in Harrison. Things like that. It was just like I think Mari had a more adventurous story to share about like the bears and everything. We had a peaceful, cute bonding. And on set, like I would see Kurt and Kiersey playing the ukulele and singing. It was just very like fun and cute.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love how, you guys got the fun, cute experience while Mari and Anders and
Trying
White
to
are
survive.
fighting off bears.
I know. Completely different. But I feel like it reflects on the characters as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely does.
Yeah, I see the trauma now in all their episodes. How they get back to it.
I know.
That's fantastic. No, I want to ask you, because going back to G-Day and seeing like that Golden Gate, the Golden Gate Bridge sequence, massive moments, and I think that's something that Shay and I kept talking about while watching the show, is that you have like this level of this feels like a movie, but you're telling this really human story over all these episodes. I'm curious, what were those big moments like for you to shoot? Because I'm assuming this is probably like some of the largest scale creatures that you've had to interact with on like the production side. So what was that like for you, bringing those moments to life?
So we shot that G-Day scene pretty early on, and I knew that it was gonna kind of be the foundation for her character. So I was really taking everything in. Obviously, in my personal life, I haven't encountered a big monster, and I was like, what can I think about? And it was the 2011 Tohoku earthquake that I experienced when I was in Japan. I was living on what do you call those fake lands? Like it wasn't it's like
Like a man-made island?
yes. Yes, I was living in a neighborhood that was man-made, and so the ground started to crack, and liquidification is it? And like the ekijoka is what we call it in Japanese, where water starts to kind of come out, and anyway, it was really horrible, and the water stopped. No one could really have a normal life there for a bit, so I had to go to Osaka because that was further away from where the earthquake happened. And right now, like even when the earthquakes happen, like we'll get alarms on our phones, and that creeps me out. Like it really, I think I do have, not to the extent of Kate, but like some type of PTSD from like trauma from it. And so
Yeah.
I just, I kind of had to confront how I felt those days. I kind of blocked it, but I have pictures and diaries that I read, and it really helped me bring that trauma to that scene.
Yeah, and of course, like moments like that change you. Those like little triggers will always come forward, right? But I think what's so beautiful is that your performance and the story that really shines through in that. So even though you were channeling such a devastating moments, it is your performance is fantastic in the show.
Thank you for that story.
Yeah. Thank you.
Much. Thank you.
Anna, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today, and I'm so glad we finally got to do this. We're loving the show. We're hoping that more people can get to watch it so they can also see how amazing everybody is and how scary Godzilla and all the rest of the monsters are. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you. I enjoyed this so much.